Alright, back to this. I think I've sort of overcame the problem regarding the uploading issues. I'm just gonna stick with one video and one audio recording combined when exporting. I'm not gonna combine multiple segments, so it'll just be 30-minute videos from now on as opposed to hour videos. But I honestly think that's better in a sense. That's a more reasonable time, but yeah, it just means I'd have to upload multiple times. So that's just gonna be what it is from now on. We didn't leave off at as interesting of a point as the previous time, but I think, I think we know where this is going, right? The MC's hyper prioritizing, or he's what is it? Hyper focusing on Monica or her route or whatnot. We know we've got Yuri's issues still, and she's effectively quit the club for whatever reason. The MC hasn't realized that. He knows about her issues, hasn't done anything about it. I don't see anything good coming out of her. Natsuki, she's also... Granted, the excuse she gave was actually legitimate, right? It wasn't Yuri's excuse was more so I guess just a formality, because for whatever reason, I think she's honestly, if she'd likely be surprised that oh, these people still think I'm part of the club or whatnot. But yeah, Natsuki and Sayori's were legitimate though. So Natsuki's sort of in a questionable state of whether she's quit or not, given she didn't show up the day prior as well, for seemingly no reason. Sayori obviously, because here's the thing, right? Sayori's intrinsically tied to the MC and Monica, right? She's kind of the one that's been facilitating their whole relationship or whatnot. So regardless of what the MC and Monica do, Sayori's going to be there. So ultimately, what it may come down to is it's ultimately just going to be the MC, Monica, and Sayori. Ultimately, but here's the thing. If that's the case, the club can't continue. And here's the issue. Like I said, the stability of the club supersedes everything else. If this is the direction the route's going to take, then ultimately that's not going to be the case, right? The MC straight up stated that, he doesn't really care about the club, which is it's the wrong mentality, right? Because here's the thing. Monica's self-conscious, or she's insecure regarding her self-image when it comes to being a leader for the club, given that nobody showed up. So rather than basically, what the MC should be doing is, reaching out, trying to ensure that everyone else is okay. Granted, he knows that Yuri isn't. He hasn't really done anything about that. But he should be reaching out and, sort of focusing on other people as well, making sure that they're, still a dedicated member of the club or whatnot. Ultimately solving their problems or issues as well. However, the MC did the exact opposite and basically said the club doesn't matter. So long as, he'll just... They don't need the club, basically. That's pretty much what he said, which, obviously, despite this being a Monica route, right, which is obviously my preferred route. Is there no sounds? Okay, no, there is. Despite it being my preferred route, this isn't the preferred outcome. Again, and I'm just gonna say this, because we don't know what's gonna happen in this part, but the stability of the club supersedes everything else. That's really all that matters. That first, and then routes. I don't think we had a plan to come here, but I can't think of any better plans. Typo. But yeah, that's because what happened was, yeah, obviously no one showed up, so the MC and Monica just went to their place. Granted, we would know if Sayori's here, right? Because she lives close by. So it's not she's just completely out of the picture, out of the loop. Something could happen with her. Ultimately, and again, I think I've been asking the question of, whether Sayori's been putting up a facade, but given that the MC knows about Monica's issues or problems, and it's been alluded to through the previous dream sequence that her sentience is going to be an issue as well, and ultimately given he already knows about Yuri's issues and problems, I don't think Sayori's putting up a facade. I don't think they're going to bring her issues or problems into the given the MC's already dealing with 3 different sets of issues or problems. I just don't think the mod has enough room for it. But obviously, I could be wrong. I'm more often than not, I'm wrong rather than right. So, yeah, any ideas? Well, they're gonna go to his place, right? They're in the neighborhood, right? I've got one. Follow me. Okay, I have no... Did the screen just shift? I don't know. That might be my eyes, but sounds a bit strange. But I'm desperate for a... I swear to God, it's not that much of an issue for this mod, right? because this is a good mod so far, despite, you know, the MC kind of failing and ultimately seeming like it's going to lead to an unpreferred outcome, right? Mods like Relapse and Fallen Angel, it was an issue because they weren't the greatest mods, like just throwing that out there. But again, literally just proofread. I don't understand how hard it can be to like proofread. Because here's the thing, this isn't the only spelling error, right? We've seen many, like likely upwards of a dozen, and that's only from the Monica route, like the beginning to like mid section of the Monica route. I mean, literally just like proofread your mods. I mean, like, come on. Like, because obviously you have a script, right? You know, just literally, should I go through the script and correct every single spelling error? I could do that, actually. Well, no, but then I'd spoil the rest of the mods, so. She walks back towards home, but takes me a different route. Whose home? Her home, or Monica's home, or the MC's home? I assume Monica's home, right? Well, I mean, obviously it's a different route because construction's presumably done. Obviously, well, no, that was just an excuse. That's why I'm like, that was more of a joke, I guess. We just killing time. You guys have things to do. Especially given that Monica supposedly, you know, only has 0 life outside of school. Pretty much. But I want to talk about something personal. I don't know what this could possibly be about, given they already talked about whatever it was yesterday or whatnot. I can feel the moment suddenly have some serious gravity. This is gravity. Like, gravity just, like, doubles, and then, like, they just, like, smack the pavement. Oh, alright. Fire away. It's nothing too bad. I'm saving that for when we're alone. So, I have no clue where this is. Like, what more could she possibly tell him? That's what I'm wondering. Because she made very clear and explicit, you know, what her problems and issues were regarding her insecurity of her self-image or whatnot. Like, her, like, almost, what would you call it? Like, her, like, mentality or fixation on her class stats or whatnot. I was wondering if I could stay again. Okay, like at his place. So this is what? Like the second night in a row, so it's now what, Thursday, I think? I don't know. Her words shocked me, but she did say something about it this morning. Now it's just going to be a permanent arrangement. I don't see why not. I don't want to intrude. Just this morning, I felt different. Oh, these are, for whatever reason I read this wrong. I read it wrong. Yeah, because she was referring to this morning when she was talking about this. How so? You know when you see something, it just makes your day better? Yeah, I know that feeling. That's, you idiot, that's what she was talking about. Why is the MC just completely derails every single conversation? Like, what do you think she was referring to when she was talking about this? Like, just take the oh my god, you're sweet. But you know that feeling of purpose I'm talking about, right? Yeah, I know what you mean. The feeling of being wanted, right? I just feel that way with you. That's what she was getting at. Like, I'm like, please stop talking. What do you think she was talking about when she was saying this, right? Like, never expected her to open up like this in public. Is everyone just like overhearing this? I have that exact same feeling, and that's something I haven't felt in a long time. When did you feel it before? Yeah, same here. Maybe this is the new beginning you were talking about. Maybe, but I don't think it's a new beginning. I really don't care about this. Like, I really don't. The only thing I care about is, okay, what's going to happen to the club? It's seemingly going to completely disband while the MC and Monica just do their own thing. Probably could have worded that better. What did he say? I just completely... Why would you even say this? I just completely ignore it. He's like, it's not a new beginning. Then what is it? She speaks in a very fragile tone. Because you done screwed up. Like, what? Like, this is actually just straight up terrible wording. I see it as a new story. It's not just the beginning. Well, I'm glad we both think that. Do you want to get indoors somewhere? The sun is not our friend today. Yeah, like, you're still wearing your uniform, though. Like, at least she's wearing a skirt or whatnot, right? So her legs, like, can air out. Like, the MC's gotta be, like, swaying balls here. She's not wrong. It's blazing hot for some dumb reason. Because it's... What do you mean dumb reason? Because it's just warm. That's how it is. Like, it's not like the sun decides to be warm or, like... It's not like the temperature decides to be warm or decides to be cold. That's just how it is. Yeah, we can go back to my place. Okay, they actually were just straight up walking around killing time. Okay, and then, just like yesterday, make yourself at home. Oh, for whatever reason, I thought that was internal monologue. Okay, thanks, MC. She takes a seat on the couch. An idea pops in my head. Please don't be something dumb. I'll be right back. What's he gonna do? Scanning the room. I found what I'm looking for. Paper, pens, markers. I think that's it. What is this? What's he gonna do? I'm back. What'd you get? Since we didn't have a meeting, I thought you'd want it right here. As if you wanted that. Of course I want it. Thanks for thinking about that. We can actually, like, you know, he can reach out to Sayori because she's presumably here. Again, what I don't want to happen is I don't want this to devolve into just MC and Monica, like, romance while the club is completely disbanded and no one else matters. That's not what I want this to evolve into. Granted, it's seeming to take that direction or angle or course or whatnot, but that's not what I want to happen. And it's seemingly like what is going to happen. He takes sheets from me and writes like a madman. Meanwhile, my dumbass is struggling to put a title down. Why do you start with the title? Think, there has to be something. I look back up at her. She really is enjoying this. I guess that's all I want. That's my idea. This is literally the second time in a row he's done this. A quick determination flows from my mind in my hand. Guiding words down. This is the second time he's done this. Does he not remember what happened before? I finished. Do you want to share? I break from the trance of writing, look into her emerald eyes. No. Like, sure. Just let me finish this sentence. The black ink run... He actually used up all the ink? Like, that's a lot of ink, you know, in, like, a pen or whatnot. Like, here, take it. She gives me hers. I hand her mine. Watch, hers is going to be about, like, something dumb, and his is just going to be a secondary, like, basically the same copy of the poem earlier. Let's see what you were laboriously writing about. Okay, no, it is about him. Alright. What? Hold up. Redemption. Think I meant the one who will save me. Save me from this hellish nightmare, set me free. Life flows in my blood when I'm with you. I really hope it's that way for you too. Stand out among everyone else in my life. You looked into my soul, you saw my strife. You accept me for me. They even misspelled the poem. I mean, like, that's gotta be purposeful at this point, right? Like, there's no way you have that many spelling errors. Like, I've never known. So in light of all these words and how they flow, thank you for everything. He's like, wow, I was not anticipating that. I saw a hellish and I'm like, where is this going? Like, back up to her. She's still reading mine. Yeah, because he used up the entire ink cartridge on, like, a pen. About a minute passes before she finally looks back at me. Okay, thanks for completely cutting her off. Yes. You didn't have to do that, MC. I mean, she did the same thing, though, right? And because he already wrote one about her. Like, well, I did it anyway. Yours, however, was perfectly straightforward. I mean, it was about him, too. My writing can be complex at times, so I made it to where the message was clear. I mean, yeah, that makes sense, though. What about Yuri, though? I mean, her writing's complex, too. What's up with her? We have no clue ever since this scene. Oh, well, thanks. I think your style shows that you're a bit new to this. She just indirectly said it was rusty. She can't be wrong, though. No, it's just because it's the second time he's done this. You know, it gets old. Yeah, I've never really written anything longer than a school paper. Those can be long, though. Like, depends on what you're doing. Like, what is it? I think the longest I wrote was 10 pages. Well, granted, you have a long period of time to do this. It's not like just in the blink of an eye, like writing a poem. Don't worry. If you need me to help you, I can. I'm not so concerned about the writing. I just want to spend time. I really don't care about this. Like, I can't care given, you know, the club's seemingly just going to completely disband at this current rate. Even if that means writing terribly. Oh, they spelled terribly correctly. I was like, I was looking to see, like, I'm gonna look at big, oh my god, they misspelled together. Please proofread your mods. Please. I think if you improve on it, we can work better together. Like, this has gotta be purposeful. I would go into the script and fix it, but that would result in, like, spoiling the whole mod. Damn, she cornered me. Okay, that was spelled right, though. I can't argue with that. I guess I'd be willing to get some help. Awesome. But I have a question first. I wonder when's the first time we're gonna run in a sentence with 2 spelling errors. That'll be nutty. Like, just 2 spelling errors. We haven't, I don't think we've seen that so far. But I'm not even sure I've seen it so far in any other mods. But if there's gonna be a mod that has 2 spelling errors in the same sentence, it'll be this one at this current rate. What's the question? Hit me. What, she actually just straight up, like, slaps him? Like, he says these things, right? He says, like, I have an answer, or, like, hit me. Like, why is he, answer and respond normally? Because, like, this is really just inciting, basically, like, her just, like, smack him. Like, she hits me square in the upper arm. That's, like, I really don't know what I expected there. Like, anytime he says, I have an answer, like, I'm like, you don't. And then he says this. Like, this is exactly what's gonna happen. What was that for? You said to hit you, right? Unbelievable. here's the thing, like, he's trying to be quirky, right? Like, responding this way. Just say, like, go ahead or something. Like, hit me is like, he says, like, hit me, and I have an answer. Like, that's so snarky and quirky. Like, and then he's, like, surprised that something like this happens. Monica, that's an expression, not a challenge. You're an idiot. Oh, sorry. I've never heard that before. Actually, wait, hold on. I was like, no, I thought she was doing it as a joke, but as she... No, that's gotta be a joke, right? Like, this can't be serious. Usually I'd be pretty pissed, but I think she genuinely didn't know. I'm like, no, there's no... She had to have done that on purpose, right? It's fine, so please ask your question. Are you hungry? Good question. I mean, what time is it? They're saying this reminds me I haven't eaten in a good 6 hours. I mean, if you... Like, you could feasibly only eat... Well... I mean, it's debatable, but, like, feasibly, like, you can only eat, like, 2 meals a day. Like, if you eat 1 meal a day, okay, that's not, like, good, right? But, like, you could feasibly do, like, 2 meals a day, so you can extend this. It's not necessarily, like, 6 hours, oh, you gotta eat again, but now that you mention it, I'm starving. Let's go eat. It'd be our first date, so to speak. I'm like, wait, where's this going? Okay, now they're at this level, right? They just went completely out of order, right? It goes normally, you know, it goes like, here's how it goes, right? It goes like confession, date, BFGF, right? Or maybe swap around date, confession, BFGF. Like, because BFGF, that's implied, right? But they did the exact opposite order. It was BFGF, confession, now this. Her inclusion of that last part makes her even more irresistible. You never, like, decide on where you're going. I'm down, come on. Like, okay, the heat has lowered a good bit, so the walk to town isn't unbearable. Neither of you changed out of your clothes. Same place as... Oh, it was the cafe. That's why I'm like, wait, what? They did this before? But yeah, it's referring to the cafe. I just want to eat. I just want to eat, for God's sake. You're not the only one with a hole in their stomach. Somehow she never ceases to bring wonder in my heart. Every moment you gives me an indescribable feeling. Really don't care, like, honestly. Like, I'm literally... I can already predict it, you know, club's gonna disband, like, and then it's just gonna be MC and Monica. Like, I really couldn't care less about that. Like, really couldn't. And this is my preferred route, too. And it really is. Stability of the club supersedes any sort of route thing. I'd rather have a mod that is just the MC in the club than any sort of route. Like, honestly. MC, can I get your opinion on something? Okay, like, I swear, every time she asks a question with that expression, like, it's gonna be... I always think it's gonna be something weird, like, or something serious. I don't know. Sure, what is it? You think we can make it? Make it where? She's the one leading us. Define making it. Like, you mean having a successful relationship? Because... At first, I thought this was referring to, like, you know, to the restaurant, like, make it in time. But no, I think it's referring to them as, like, a couple, right? I don't know what else it could be referring to. Like, okay, yeah, that's what I mean, like, this last thing. I mean, let's put it this way. Okay, the odds are stacked against them. Like, chances are low, given they're, like, what, 18, 19? Like late high school relationships? Did she really just ask that? I mean, you gotta be real. Well, but here's the thing, right? If you have the mentality that, like, okay, this is temporary, then it likely will stay that way. But if you have the mentality that, you know, it's permanent and that will last, then I think it has a higher chance of being that way, right? Like, it's kind of how it works. I mean, you evolved me. I tend to never turn back. What about you? What does this even mean? Like, I don't want to turn back, but something's nipping at me. Okay, but this is being honest, though. Like, honesty is also, like, a good sign. Oh, no. What is it? I feel like something could go wrong. I mean, that's normal, right? Granted, if you're, like, completely paranoid about it, like, at every moment, that's a different story. But, like, just, like, obviously, you know, good things don't last forever, right? Well, that's true for everything. If we focus on what could go wrong, we'll miss the now. Basically, yeah, he worded it good, or worded it well. The problem will only present itself if we give it the power to. What if it comes anyway? Why are they debating this? Like, why is this even this a conversation? Then we work through it. No road is perfectly smooth surface. That's actually true. The longer the road, the more bumps there will be. I'm not going to say it will be a seamless relationship. It won't be. But we make it by seeing the bumps through. Even if I'm not perfect, if he likes, please, like, MC, don't say anything stupid. Love isn't finding the perfect person. It's finding an imperfect person and viewing them as perfect through their flaws. Again, but here's the thing. We need to consider, you know, herself, like, her insecurity revolving around her self-image, right? Like, the issue isn't that... The issue is that it's about perception. The reason why she's so, like has this mentality of fixation on her status or position, right, is the class stars because people perceive her as perfect. You know, like, the MC, like, this is questionable phrasing, right? Because ultimately, she doesn't perceive herself as perfect. Everyone else does, and that's an issue to her because she feels she needs to be up to that standard, right? But the MC, this is questionable wording. She's not speaking. Okay, she's gonna run home now. Wait, like, just like her brain like rebooted or whatnot. Congrats, MC. Maybe I went a little too in depth. Like, this is gonna be in public too. Sorry if I went off on a tangent. It's not that. It's just I've never heard something so kind-hearted in my life. I mean, it's just what I believe. Should we go eat now? I didn't mean to stall. Were you not like walking this whole time? I assume they were just speaking while they were walking. Yeah. And yeah, it's the same cafe, right? So yeah, back here. Was one of my load saves from there? Yeah, it was this one. If you go find a seat, I'll order. Was this... Hold on. This is the exact opposite arrangement as last time. Okay. She goes off without a second thought. The order comes off the same as last time. This is... Huh? Who... Okay. This could be interesting. Who is it? Honestly, I'm curious. Well, I mean, obviously, it's one of 3 people we know, right? Like, I don't see how it'd be anyone else. I think likely Sayori or Yuri. Natsuki really isn't a part of this mod. But great, okay, watch it be Natsuki now. Hey, okay, it's Sayori. Yeah, hey, are you busy? I mean, I'm out with Maka, so my abilities are limited. I'm interested to see what Sayori has to ask, though, right? Because it could obviously be something, you know, about her work or whatnot. However, that wouldn't really be reason to, you know, interfere with the MC and Maka's interaction, right? Like, if she was just gonna say, like, are you busy? Could you help me with work? And he says no, and then they, like, hang up or whatnot, or, like, they just stop texting, there'd be really no point to include that. So, ooh, how's that going? Pretty well, but what do you need? It's nothing important. Have fun with her. That was weird. I'll have to figure that out later. That's kind of a red flag. Like, being honest. Like, honestly, I don't trust that. I don't know. The mod... the people, despite all the spelling errors, they've put a lot of effort into this mod. They've thought a lot about it. They put a lot of, you know, effort and thought into the story and plot, right? So ultimately, that's... Like I've said, I don't think Sayori's put on a facade given all the art problems the MC is dealing with right now, at the moment. But that doesn't necessarily mean she is. That's just what I think, right? So she could be putting on a very good facade that could ultimately be a thing later, and stuff like that is kind of a red flag. Grabbing the food, I spot Monica on the opposite side of the room. I see you remembered what I get. You're a keeper. What I get? Like, oh, okay. But he's only been here once before, right? So even if she gets him multiple times, it would still be got, because they together have only been there once. Make up for my lack of social skills with my observation. I mean, that's just blunt truth. Like, that is actually, like, normally, like, it'd be like, what was it called? Like, when you make a self-deprecative comment, like, it's usually as a joke, but this is actually true in the case of the MC. Let's see if that's true. What was the poem I wrote to you called? There was a title? Wait, there was a... Shoot, I actually don't remember it. Oh my god. I don't even think I read the title. Okay, that's... Okay, we gotta bail here. She looks as if she stumped me. It was Rebirth. No. I don't... Redemption. I didn't even look at the title. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, okay, we gotta bail. MC needs to head out here. Redemption. Is that it? I don't even remember. That's why I'm like, I didn't even look at the title. She asked a bit, but I know I'm right. Anyway, we should eat. I thought you'd never ask. With the food scene right there. Like, I managed to scarf down my entire meal in 10 minutes. We don't even know what they got. You weren't joking when you said you were hungry. Yeah, I didn't eat breakfast today. Why? Like, oh yeah, it's because they got up together, right? So, I mean, but she also skipped her entire morning routine, so it's not like he's in a worse spot. I kind of forgot. Take up Sayori's. Like, this is actually toxic. Like, don't insult people behind their back. Like, yeah, I guess I do. That's what I get for hanging around her so much. But I'll try to remember tomorrow, especially given whatever weird texting conversation that was. I'll remind you, don't worry. So you text me. Did you completely forget the conversation you had earlier? Like, did he completely forget? Actually, I'll tell you how. The MC's like, he says he makes up for his lack of social skills with observation, but he completely forgot their conversation earlier. I'm saying with you, remember? Oh yeah, I forgot I actually agrees to that. What was it he said? Let's see. I make up for my lack of social skills with my observation. Completely forgot about that. Now, not that I'm complaining. You see, I may have forgotten after focusing all my mind on food. Okay, I'll give you that one. Ready to go? Yep, let's go home. Okay, so it's night. An our cool night provides a romantic atmosphere. Don't care about this. Not a single bit. I'm interested, regarding what happened with Sayori. Like, what that... Again, that's kind of a red flag. I mean, she could be putting on a really good facade, and I'd be completely stumped if that's how it turned out to me. I honestly just don't think they would introduce Sayori's problems on top of 2 potential sets of problems for Monica and a set of problems and issues for Yuri. But, granted, like I said, most of the time I'm wrong, so with her, any moment is romantic. I really don't... Okay, so Sayori is here. Oh my god. That's what I was like. I was wondering what was going to happen with Sayori given that texting conversation. MC, hey, Sayori's voice ruptures the moment, but it's good to hear her voice. How was your day? It is good. I mean, would it be good to hear Yuri's voice? Like, honestly, the MC should really utilize communication and technology more. Like, he just doesn't. Like, he hasn't reached out to Yuri since he figured out about her problems. Honestly, we should just assume she's dead at this point, right? Like, the MC just utterly failed at, helping her. So it was great. But why are you out this late? I was trying to find you and Monica. I had a question. Question? Okay, I can kind of ignore that. But yeah, so that's interesting. She's got a question for us, presumably, us both, if she wanted to ask both of us, right? I was going to say, she was just getting fresh air. Like, it's not abnormal to be out at night, right? What is it? Can we do a meeting on the weekend? Makeup work has me nailed down for the rest of the week. That's interesting, because the MC talked about it with Monica. He didn't even relay that information to Sayori. Like, because if you remember, he talked with Monica in the club, like, okay, let's try and do something on the weekend, because I guarantee, everyone else is legitimately, busy. But he never relayed that information to Sayori, so that's honestly interesting that Sayori had the same idea. It's like I called it. Oh, wait, I did. Congrats. I drew Monica and I told you so. Look, she's stone-faced. Did I break her? Yeah, it's rebooting. Haha, no. We talked about this earlier today, and she didn't think it would work. Lo and behold, here we are talking about. I didn't say it wouldn't work. I was just skeptical. I'm marking that down as a victory for Team MC. Thank you very much. You're too much sometimes. How did they completely derail this and make this about them as opposed to, figuring out the logistics? But to answer your question, yes, we can. Does Saturday work? Yeah, I don't try to miss meetings. I just fall asleep in class sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. So that is true, because we didn't know whether that was a thing, right? We just thought that was the MC sort of remembering her from his childhood or whatnot. But yeah, I'm gonna transition here. Yeah, honestly, I was interested to see where that texting conversation with Sayori would go, because it was kind of a red flag. But if it was about this, obviously, it makes sense, right? So yeah, I guess I don't know. I'm gonna transition here. So yeah, we'll see in the next part.